Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a first-time thru hiker, and this is day 8 of me hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. Today we woke up at the ungodly hour of 4 a.m. I knew that waking up early was common practice in the desert to avoid the heat, but I never thought 4 a.m. was in the realm of possibility. On this day in particular, the next water source was 15 miles away, and we wanted to get there before the hottest part of the day. This section seemed surprisingly green despite the lack of water. There were tons of manzanitas. I had never seen these trees before hiking the PCT, but was immediately captivated by their smooth red bark and pretty pink flowers. We passed the 200-kilometer marker, and after 6 hours of hiking, we finally started seeing signs for Mike's place. If you haven't gathered this yet, water in the desert is pretty scarce, so it's not uncommon to see large groups of hikers gathered at these water sources. Just downhill of the water tanks is a ranch known as Mike's Place. The owner of the ranch, who is obviously named Mike, sometimes allows hikers to stay here. Unfortunately, Mike was not there when we were there, but several comments stated that the place was sketchy and made them feel a little uncomfortable, and I could see where they were coming from given the barbed wire and animal skulls on the fence. I think this comment best describes the vibe that I was getting. We had originally planned to camp just 7 miles from the water tanks, but once we got there, we found that there was very little shade. It's finally starting to feel like the desert out here. It's about 3 p.m. It is freaking hot. We then saw that just another 7 miles further was a place owned by another Mike, and there was a strong probability that there would be hot dogs and soda. This would bring our total mileage for the day to 27, the furthest I'd ever hiked in one day, and I was not mentally prepared to do that. To motivate myself, I told myself that I could have 1 bite of my Cliff Bar every mile, and so I slowly ate it over the next 2.5 hours. We finally arrived at Mike's, also known as Deb and Deddy's to distinguish between the two, around 8:30, and were greeted with sodas and popsicles.
Bro, my feet look like zombie feet.
The dogs were definitely looking a little rough. Overall, Deb and Deddy's was definitely one of the most welcoming places I stayed on trail, and I would highly recommend any hiker to stop in. Follow for more of my daily life on the Pacific Crest Trail.